Hey there, everyone. Some good news. The pistol brace rule has been vacated. Basically, that means that the ATF lost, okay? So what does this mean for us? Well, we already had injunctions in place, so they couldn't enforce it. This basically means that injunctions are no longer necessary because the ATF has lost. Now, is this the end of the road? I don't think so, because I think with the frames and receiver case, that had also been vacated, and the ATF, I believe, took that to the Supreme Court, and they won to the extent that that case was unvacated, okay, and it's still running through the courts, and I expect that the ATF is going to follow a similar pattern. They're going to go to the Supreme Court, which has really been working against us, okay? So a lot of times people say, hey, what's going on with the Supreme Court? Why does it seem that like they are working against us? Well, I tell people they were never really on our side. They are on the side of the courts, okay? When they look at these cases, right, like these the pistol brace case, what they see it as the executive branch trying to take power away from the judicial branch, okay? So from the court's perspective, they want these cases to be in their courts, constantly running, because this generates work with judges, it creates work for lawyers, it makes them, you know, feel really smart and important. So the Supreme Court is on the side of the court system, and they want to make sure that the other branches don't try and take power away from the court system, okay? So that's, I think, the best way to look at it, and why at times it seems like the Supreme Court is working for us, but they're really not working for us. They're working for themselves, trying to keep as much power in the courts, okay? Now, one of the things I advise is don't take legal advice from videos like this. The purpose of the videos that I do, and I've done lots of videos that cover self-defense and all this stuff, that's basically to give you some information so that you can do further research. Okay, so with this pistol brace rule, with that frames and receiver frame rule, with other cases, what I do is I have a prepaid legal service, US Lawshield, and what I do is I email them and I ask them questions, even if I already know the answer to that question. Like, for example, with this pistol brace rule, what I'll do is I'll send them an email, and I'll ask them to explain to me what this what the vacation means. Okay, even though I know the answer, I want it from a lawyer, addressed to me specifically, and it has to be a lawyer that you pay, right? Because they're working for you, and you don't have to be paying them a lot. I pay these guys $11 a month. Okay, that's all I pay them, $11 a month. Okay, it's US Lawshield. Okay, and with this promo code, you can either get, depends on your state. The promo code is Pocono Shooting. You either get 1 month off, 2 months off, or I think $20 off when you sign up. You gotta sign up through the website, okay, and use that promo code. Okay, so even though I know the answer to a lot of these questions, I still want it from a lawyer in writing to me that I pay them for, right? Because there's a difference if you, even if you're paying $1, right? There's a difference, because if you're paying for that information, what that means is that they have a certain legal obligation to you. You're their client, okay? If you're not their client, you can't later on say, hey, you relied on this information from a lawyer. Did you pay them? No? Well, you're not their client. So because I paid them $11 a month, I am their client. So when they give me that information, even though I already know the answer, it's something that later on, if I needed to, I could basically pull up and say, hey, my lawyer that I pay gave me this information, and I'm able to rely on it. So definitely recommend that you have a prepaid lawyer to ask questions, legal questions, and get those answers in writing, okay? So again, There's many others out there, but it's just the cheapest one. That's why I use them. And again, the purpose is I just want it in writing from a lawyer that I pay something to so that I can claim that I am their client. Okay, there's the promo code.